Hello and welcome to another video with me, Rauchenwald. Now, recently I reviewed an app called Alpha Network, a mobile mining app basically that allows you by pushing a button once per day to earn something called Alpha Coin. And today I want to provide you with an update of that video. And back then my conclusion was that Alpha Network is more likely a scam, but don't worry, not something where they sell your data or where you can lose money, but simply where you lose, in quotes, 5 seconds of your time by pushing a button once per day, and the creators of the app generate revenue through advertising that you see within the app. So it's not something that really damages you, but it also back then didn't seem like a project that has a bright future or any future at all. However, I also pointed out the big question that you have to ask yourself is always, what do you have to lose? If I'm wrong with my assessment, so I think the project is likely a scam, but it turns out that it's legit, I probably would regret not using the app because I would suddenly realize that I missed out on coins that I could get that could potentially have a value in the future and make a difference in my life, just because I didn't want to press a button once per day. And that's why my original conclusion was, it doesn't look very promising, so don't get your hopes up that this project will make you rich or bring you any kind of return or profit at all. However, what do you have to lose? Now in today's video we are going to look at the new features within Alpha Network and something that I noticed using the app. And we're going to start by putting my phone up here so you can see what I'm seeing. And you'll notice that I'm currently in the middle of a mining session with roughly 13 hours left to go. Now one of the new features that got introduced is something called loot boxes. Every 30 minutes you can open a loot box, so you can open the app more often and you can collect your rewards. And then here you see my reward is 1 Alpha coin, and you can then triple that reward by watching an ad, which I'm not going to do right now, but you see again it introduced another place where you can watch ads. However, advertising in those apps is not always a bad thing because obviously those apps have to be funded, so the development has to be funded. The people that work on those projects also need to pay their rent and other expenses, so generating some advertising revenue just to make sure that they can actually dedicate their time to developing the project is usually a good idea. The choice is up to you with the loot box feature. You can open them every 30 minutes. So instead of opening the app once per day for 5 seconds, you can literally open it every 30 minutes and claim some bonus. And in my experience, those bonuses range from Alpha Coin credit, so you just get a certain amount of Alpha coins, to temporary mining rate boost, so your mining rate for the rest of your mining session will be a little bit faster. Now, as mentioned, I'm not going to claim the bonus here, I'm not going to watch the ad, but just going to close this now. And we can see that in this case I still have another loot box here that I can open, and when we press that button we can see I got a reward in 0.10 rate. So my mining rate now basically increased by 0.10, and if I would watch the advertising it would increase 3 times that amount, which I'm also not going to do in this case. And we go back to the main screen. So that's it about the loot box feature. Now if you watched the original review or you read the white paper and so on, then you know that one thing that sets Alpha Network apart from other or similar projects is that they have a limited supply. Alpha Network claims that they have a total supply of 500 million coins, and once they are all mined or distributed, there will be no more coins, which would be a great thing because it would mean that the supply is limited, so you can already make a rough estimate as to the potential value of the coin. However, as a result, if you think about it, it means with every new user that joins and is active, with people opening the loot boxes and so on, the overall mining rate of all users increases, which means the supply has to deplete faster. So for example, if yesterday the supply was 500 million and 24 hours later is 499 million, then a couple days later, within a 24-hour period, actually more coins have to disappear. And even if you consider that some people don't mine every day, some people give up and so on, the logical conclusion still is that every 24 hours a different amount of coins has to disappear. So for that purpose, during the last 6 days when I opened the app after my mining session expired, I wrote down the time and the supply left. So that happened roughly at the same time. It started on one day at 10:55 p.m. and on day number 6 it was at 11:35 p.m. And as a result of that, I was able to determine how many coins, in quotes, disappear per minute in Alpha Network. And what I noticed there is actually quite disheartening because every minute exactly 600 Alpha coins disappear. Now again, the amount of coins that actually disappears from the total supply within every 24 hours should theoretically increase consistently with new members joining, people getting mining boosts from the loot boxes, people getting mining boosts from inviting other users and so on. So that's already one of the arguments why this cannot be possible. But the second reason is, even if that would not be the case, it's still next to impossible that exactly 600 alpha coins per hour disappear every day consistently, considering that even if there would be no new users and no loot boxes, there would still be a difference. Some people would forget to mine on a day, other people would forget on 2 days and so on. So the mining rate in quotes of the whole community is different every 24 hours, which brings us to two conclusions. Number one, my original review already pointed out that Alpha Network is likely a scam and a waste of time, and a new discovery of the linear decline of the total supply, which shows that there's no such thing as a total supply and that the whole number there is just a fake number to give you some sense of urgency that, oh my god, the supply is getting lower, I need to invite more people while I can and so on. Which in turn means it's more likely that the app is just fake or some kind of scam to generate advertising revenue for the creators. But number two, still the question is, what do you have to lose? There is the remote possibility, I'm not saying that it's a huge chance or very likely, it's really a remote possibility that the Alpha Network creators simply launch the app in a very early stage, and that certain features or certain parts of the logic haven't been developed yet. Now that's really a very remote chance, probably 1 in a million or so, but still the question is, what do you have to lose? If you don't spend your time watching the ads, so you simply once per day open it to start your new mining session and claim the one loot box while you're already in the app, you end up spending or investing or losing 5 seconds of your time per day, and on the very remote chance that the project actually turns into a legit project, you will have coins that will have a certain value. However, it's way more likely that in half a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, eventually you realize that project doesn't go anywhere, it will never be a coin, it was just a scam. And in this case, you only lost a few seconds of your time. The only thing that matters is that you have the right expectations, so that you don't think that Alpha Network will make you rich. You should be aware that right now Alpha Network looks very much like a scam in quotes, so again, just making advertising revenue for the creators. But that can change over time, and then the question is, would you rather regret pushing a button once per day because it turned out to be a fake project, like for real, we know it for sure, the project dies or for whatever reason, or would you regret it more if eventually Alpha Network transforms into a legitimate project and achieves a value, and you then realize that you had the chance to get those coins for free by just pushing a button, but you missed out because of a few warning signs in quotes. So as long as Alpha Network doesn't ask for any kind of personal information and doesn't force advertising on you, which would change the 5 seconds per day to more than 30 seconds per day of effort, I'm personally going to keep using the app and keep an eye on the project. Maybe if we're lucky, the creators of the app actually get to watch that video and see that they have been caught out on their obvious signs that they are a fake project. And maybe they really think about that with having a user base of hundreds of thousands or even millions of users, it might be worth to use the advertising revenue to turn Alpha Network into a serious, real project. However, that's it for today. So it's up to you if you want to use Alpha Network or not. There are definitely more promising projects out there, like for example Pi Network, Timestop, B Network and so on. You can check my channel for reviews on all those projects as well. But as said, it only takes you 5 seconds per day to also get alpha coins. And there is a chance, although it's very small, that Alpha Network actually will transform into a legitimate project down the road, and then you probably don't want to regret missing out. With that, as always, if you have any questions whatsoever, you can leave them in the comments down below, or you can use the link in the comments down below to join our Discord community and discuss Alpha Network and other projects with me in the community there. Thanks for watching, see you in one of my other videos. Till then, bye bye.